Okay, this is the Lil 50 log splitter from Texas, and we built this thing specifically for live oak. That's all we have here, and it's not your average log splitter. It's a little different. Got a few things on here that I wanted to do that wasn't, I guess you'd say, traditional. We started out with a 8-inch wide flange beam, 58 pounds a foot, and I think I should have went bigger, but it's working good so far. We got a really overkill sled on it. I destroyed the first couple wedges I put on it, so we beefed it up pretty good. Got our rack up here for working with. Got our log lift. That's all stuff I'd seen that works well. We decided to go with two 4.5-inch cylinders on here instead of a 6, mainly because if I run into some softer wood, lighter wood, I can disconnect the top cylinder. I have 2 valves here. I can valve it off, and we can run off the lower cylinder for half the tonnage and twice the speed. And it seems to be working well. Put a cooler on it. It needs it. Not going to be 92 today supposedly, and so it's going to get put to the test. And got our box over here. Got a battery here for the electric start. Got a process controller for the fan. We have a little meter here for keep track of the hours, RPM, master disconnect, bunch of grease. We have kind of an automatic greaser here. Every time it retracts, it'll do a shot of grease. I can adjust it from a 1/4 shot, 1/2 shot, full shot. It goes into some channels underneath the sled and greases the sled and the beam real good. Seems to be working well. Log lift over here. So far, I think we've had about 400 pounds on it. Biggest log so far. Handles it with no problem. But decided to go ahead and build a jack on it also that works off the hydraulics of the splitter. Works real well. No problems with it. And then also we have air storage. Not just storage, but we actually make air while we're running the splitter. We have cylinders attached to the sled. Get back over here. See, from the back we have 2 air cylinders, and we have check valves on both ends, so we're actually producing air. Either we're extending or retracting. And so far I've got a small leak in the tank, got to fix, but other than that it's working good. And got a big magnet assembly inside the tank, catch any debris. I've also rigged up a hydraulic throttle control on it, and had a lot of restriction in the system with everything in neutral. Decided to do a bypass circuit on it, and with the bypass circuit I'm able to go in here when the machine's at idle, and I can run this valve up. It increases my pressure on the main system just to about 100 pounds or so. That activates my throttle, and when I idle it down and go into bypass, turn this down, and that way if things do heat up, I can go into bypass mode, sit here at idle, run everything through the cooler, cool it off, have a beer, all that good stuff. But that's about it, and we're going to fire this thing up here in a minute and get after it. Thank you.